It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On play action, it's Dobbs. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Bird on the return. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Right here. Sponge! No! Hey! Get him! You got him!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 49.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. On 2nd and 12, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal. At the Steelers' 13.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. But now it'll be 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Dobbs. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down. Dobbs under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And this one is right down the middle. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And this will not be returned. Turnable, it's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're getting...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Coming to you. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Gotta do better. 61. Max box. Right. Check. Crunch. 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 Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Hot seven. Neutral, poker. Slam.
Now Murray throwing on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bird. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to...
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Chandler Jones, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Dobbs. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on third down, Dobbs. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. He's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as his guys are back within a single score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Murray going to throw, and he fires one incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That's Isabella open on the right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. Now
a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Bryant is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
98's the mic.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, Johnson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Stephon Tua came out of Notre Dame as another one of those.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 97 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Left side here, caught by Clay. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on fourth down last year, but they'll try it here. To throw, it's Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
We ain't giving them nothing today. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 94 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And this throw will be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Been a bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out on them. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Darius Philon in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dobbs in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Dobbs to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he isn't.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. To throw is Dobbs. And, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On the draw, counter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. On fourth down, Dobbs. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Chandler Jones. Now, how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, second and goal.
You can't block me.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something.
Under pressure, they got him again. Terrell Suggs in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing here, Dobbs. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Check safety, check safety. Look at it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shift, shift.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Robert Kimdichie, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 4th down, Dobbs under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Taking it about the 16.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Back to throw it, Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always adoring the dash. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, jump in the man. Oh, there with the hands, thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This shit we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Check on the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Move both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no bombing. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and
Gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
Meaning credentials.
best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got.
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.